Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode featuring a station tour of the Atlantic Station in East LA. Let's take a look at all that the station has to offer in this episode of Tiger Railcan. Now, before we look at the station itself, let's take a look at where it's actually located. It's on the eastern end of the E line, at the intersection of 3rd and Atlantic. Now, let's actually go ahead and enter the station and see what it has to offer. First of all, you have to access it by crossing 3rd Street in order to get into the center station platform. From here, you're gonna go ahead and walk up the ramp, which makes the station wheelchair accessible, like all of the other stations on LA Metro's rail system. There are also several notable bus connections here, including bus routes 106, 260, and Montebello Transit Route 40 and 90. They all stop around the station, with many having their bus stops right here at the intersection of 3rd and Atlantic. You can also see that there are some newly installed Metro bike lockers, which you can use to store your bike while you ride the train. This is a nice addition to the station, especially as it's an end-of-the-line station, which would have an extra influx of bikers and pedestrians who are transferring off buses or trying to continue their journey east. And it looks like a car up here is holding up traffic as people are honking at it. But now we can see it departing and turning onto Atlantic Boulevard, where it'll now head towards East LA Community College and other notable destinations as it travels northeast. But now back to the actual station itself. Let's take a look at what we can see from the station. Entering in the station, we're able to see a sign that indicates that the station is indeed wheelchair accessible. There are actually 2 entrances to the station, one on either end, which is a rarity on some of these light rail stations, so we're going to get a look at that second entrance as well. Heading up, we're able to see that there's ample lighting for whenever it's nighttime, as well as the overhead catenary. The train tracks do physically end just beyond the station, so there is no way for trains to go elsewhere if the 2 tracks are full, which does cause some delays sometimes, but in general, this is a common theme throughout LA Metro. Now, let's talk about the development around the station. And if I'm being honest, there really isn't much. It truly is just a small shopping plaza, but there are some notable destinations that are not too far away, including, as I mentioned, the East LA College, which is located roughly half a mile northeast of the station. And as you can see, there really isn't much ridership, but it is worth noting that today is a Sunday, but it's still in the middle of the day. So you do expect some people to be walking around, but there is really only 1 or 2 other people. Anyways, one of the trains is waiting here as well. The E line is actually running only every 22 minutes today due to maintenance, so there is only 1 train here. Commonly, there are sometimes 2 whenever they run every 10 minutes. But now we're finally at the part where you buy your tickets and enter the platform itself. On the right-hand side, you can see a system map featuring all of the light rail and subway lines, along with new Metro tap card fares, which went in effect in 2023. This included the new maximum fare of $5 a day, which you can get if you have a tap card. There's also an assistance telephone as well as ticket machines that you can use to buy your tap card. It is worth noting that you are not able to just buy single ride tickets. You do have to buy that $2 tap card before you ride, but they are a great souvenir if you're from out of town. But looking above us, you can see that there are some clear signs that showcase that both platforms are headed to Santa Monica. However, when there's 2 trains here, it's really difficult to tell which one is leaving first. There's no system in place that tells riders which one to board. So in the instance when there's 2 trains, it's common for people to get on the train that does not leave first, delaying their trip by 10 minutes, which can be inconvenient. Now we can also see these new station signs that were instituted to showcase the full route of the E line. These were added after the regional connector, and I love how they showcase how long the new routes are and all the places that they connect. As we walk down, we're able to see a sign that showcases how Metro is addressing crime through law enforcement presence, security, and more resources. We can also see that there are some interesting patterns on the floor here, which I don't know if they have much significance in terms of art, but I'm sure they represent something local from the area. Additionally, we can see that there is a covered canopy here that helps shade us from some of the sun, but it doesn't completely block it out. There are also some funny shaped benches right here that actually do a pretty good job at seating a large amount of people, and I don't see any homeless people around the station either. But it's also worth noting that there isn't any Metro staff here, besides the drivers themselves. Here's one of the trains parked that is getting ready to head west towards Santa Monica, a journey that takes a little over an hour. As you can see, the train's pretty empty, and as we approach the other end of the station, we're able to see a mirror of the previous area, including a new station entrance, as well as the same trash can and station info sign that we saw on the other side. So essentially the station is a mirror from that point. There are also some good signs that showcase where you're heading and the intersection that the exit leads to. There's another set of tap vending machines as well as station information, and that building on the left is a break area for Metro staff. As we head on out, you'll find another wheelchair accessible exit with another art feature, which I'm not actually sure what it is. So if you know what this is in the comments down below, feel free to let me know. Now, as we head down, we're able to exit at the intersection of 3rd and Beverly, which provides a convenient access for some transit-oriented development around the station, which is a 3-story apartment building that we saw just to the right. Additionally, there's another station sign here that indicates that this is the Atlantic Station, serving the E line. There is that transit-oriented development I was mentioning, which is a 3-story apartment complex, which is pretty cool to see, especially in a relatively suburban environment. It is worth noting that just west is the East LA Civic Center station. Only about half a mile, it is serving a pretty large park, the East LA Library, Courthouse, Police Station, and Civic Center. So there are quite a few destinations located just a short while away. But here at the intersection of 3rd and Woods, there is not too much besides that aforementioned apartment complex. Heading back up into the station, we're able to see that it is a pretty similar entrance to the other one, as it's just ramping up towards that center platform. But I actually take it back. There are some Metro staff present at the station. There are 2 Metro security officers here, and it's awesome to see their presence, and I wish they were at more stations, including at Vermont Athens Station, which was a pretty neglected station in our station tour series. So feel free to check out other station tours in the description down below, and in the playlist that this video is in. On this side of the station, there is also an electronic sign that showcases when the next trains are departing, which is in 6 and 25 minutes. Ouch, that is quite a large service gap. But that is only for today. The E line is one of Metro's most frequent lines out of the entire system, running every 8 minutes during the day on weekdays and every 10 minutes on weekends. And just above, you can see some more electronic signs that showcase today's date as well as the next departure time. But now let's go ahead and jump on board the train on the E line that's currently waiting to take us to Santa Monica. And that pretty much sums up today's station tour video of the Atlantic Station. Now, I hope you enjoy a small compilation of some trains arriving and departing here at the Atlantic Station. Thank you for watching and have an amazing rest of your day or night. Also, a shout out to our channel members is located at the end of every video. If you're interested in supporting the channel and becoming a channel member, feel free to check out the link in the description down below. It truly helps keep the videos uploading and the channel running.